So to kind of recap a little, the interview was initially supposed to be about Stanford and success and life at Stanford. And Gabriel flagged very early on Stockton, which he didn't have to do. And I pushed back on Stockton early in the interview just to see what his reaction would be. And I slammed it. And he went, yeah, that's a damn right. Versus backing me off and saying, that's none of your business. He left the door open. And we covered Stanford. And while it was really interesting, it felt as though it was a script. And in the beginning of any interview, you're going to go through those scripts. And I was interested in that door that he'd opened about Stockton, and it suggested there was a different kind of success and failure that was in this interview, not simply success at Stanford, but a larger life journey. And I was going, there might be something here. So what I then did was lead the interview back to that time. Even though we'd gotten all the way to Stanford and he was prepared to talk about Stanford, I kind of brought back to Stockton. And he was telling me what happened, but then I started to push on what were you feeling when those things happened. And it was in the description of those feelings that both more detail came out, and if you look at him carefully, he completely changed his body language, how he was looking at me. He lost himself in the story. And at that point, I was just focused everything I had on the story, and to give it both the respect and the attention and the mindfulness that the story he was giving us demanded. And what he then gave was a phenomenal arc of a kind of a truly American story of success, of failure, of what authority can do to take success away from you, to steal it away from you. And that effectively was phenomenal, and what it took to bring it back. So if you were in public policy, if you were designing outreach programs, you have a starting place to understand young people in a very different way.